Shall we? Let me make sure you can hear me first. Mm, Great. Let's get this thing started. Welcome to the Daily Dose with Des, and we'll get started right after my introduction. Admit it. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it loud. Got you feeling so proud. This is how we do it now. Daily Dose with Des. Got you coming back for more. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Okay, so I'm using a new streaming platform service, so we're working this thing out. We're gonna figure it out together, but welcome to Daily Dose with Des. My background is so plain freaking Jane. We're getting a facelift over here, but I wanted to do this first show because tomorrow I will be at Media Day. So if you like HBCU football, make sure you are tuning in because I'll be streaming all day, both tomorrow and Wednesday for Media Day. So make sure you're locked in there. Now we're going to get started. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. We have rookies getting arrested for the NFL. We have rookies not signing contracts yet because there are not guaranteed contracts. We have MLB All-Star Weekend, WNBA All-Star. We have the new NBA 2K26 cover and so much more to get into. I'm super excited to be back. I'm a little rusty, I would say, but I'm also just trying to make sure that everything is everything. Okay, now we're going to start by doing happy news because why would we start with anything else? And my happy news is that okay, so I don't know if I was just under a rock or what, because Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell got engaged over the weekend, like over the week or whatever. And they have been dating for 2 years. And it's just like, get into it. Get into it. I love it. I think now I understand what she was saying. That when she sung that song, I See You. That's what it was for. That's what it was for. But I seen somebody post, it was like, ladies, the girlies are leaving the rap dudes alone and getting with the athletes and now all of them are good. Okay? Y'all know I've been reporting on this thing for now 2 years, 2 seasons. I've been telling y'all the players that are not the good ones. Y'all don't like to listen. Okay? Donovan's a good one from what I know. So, okay. You know what? I forgot to upload some. We ain't gonna start it. We're gonna move on. We are going to move on. Keeping on with NBA. Y'all know LeBron was released by the Lakers. Yeah. Bron, we forget what you did to Drake, so we'll let it go. LeBron. When I read up on it, it was saying that he felt as though the Lakers did not appreciate what he was bringing in, what he was doing, and that very well may be true. Bronny's still there though. I guess he made his wish came true. He got to play. About to say stream. He got to play with Bronny. So be it. The Lakers was like, you know what? We're moving on. We're bringing in our new guy, which is Luka Doncic. We're going to bring in our new guy while you're still here. And we're going to see how you guys play together. We're going to see how you operate together. We're going to see how you move. When I move, you move. Just like that. If you know, you know. And it just didn't work out. So where is he going to go now? Some people are saying Dallas. Oh, that'd be crazy. Is he going to go back to Cleveland? Don't think so. So where is he going to go? Chat, let me know where he going. Where is LeBron going? Y'all see me looking over here? I'm looking at TikTok. Where is he going? I do just have one request that he do not fake read the books and the press conferences or wherever he be. If you're going to read the book, read it and be able to tell me something about the book. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying. We're gonna move on though. I want to talk about so many different. I have so many things on my list here, but since we're sticking with basketball, we're gonna go ahead. Why is this so small? Hello, yeah. WNBA All-Star Weekend happened. Caitlin Clark did her thing. As you see, this is the roster. No surprises there. I seen a cute little video of when Breonna Stewart's kids and her wife came to practice to show her that she was an all-star, and it was like, it's expected. I mean, it's Breonna Stewart. Come on now. But yeah, the All-Star, I didn't really watch a lot of it. I don't know where I was at and what I was doing, to be honest with you. Yeah, get in here. Hey, bro. Hey, Tay. Yeah, I don't know where I was for WNBA's All-Star. I don't know. I can't even talk about it because I don't even know. But apparently it was a good game. There's been lots of back and forth though, because a lot of people thought that Caitlin Clark was going to be made the 2K26 WNBA cover for the game, and that's really not what happened. And of course, everybody's always with this argument of Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese she's the cover girl, and I think it was super cute. Chicago, they gave away t-shirts. Like, why wasn't I at the game? They gave away t-shirts with the cover on the t-shirt, and I think it was a great way to support Angel Reese. I know some people are upset about it, some people are not. I don't know. I don't feel no way about it. I feel like she got the award at the BET Awards. I feel like, she's been showing out in the fashion world at the Met Gala and just doing her thing. And people who love her, and people who don't. And what else do you want me to say? What else do you want me to say? Y'all want me to go back and forth about who should have been on? I don't know who should have been on the cover. Anybody. Everybody. Put everybody on the cover if that's the case. I mean, but she on the cover and so be it. It's a great shot. It's a great picture. I think it's great. Do y'all even play WNBA 2K? I need to know. Do y'all play WNBA 2K? Why is this fuzzy out? You see this back here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't play video games at all. So it really makes no difference to me. But congratulations to her. She's on the cover. That's just what it is. You know what I forgot to do? I definitely forgot to open up my chat. Bear with me, guys. I'm using new software. So we're just trying to make it work, do what it do. I like this software so far though, because I can see my soundboard. I can see myself perfectly clear. I can click in and out. It's very easy, very user-friendly, And doing this by myself, I have to figure it out quickly and fast and in a hurry. So I think it's great. Moving on though, we're going to move on to some NFL. Y'all know I'm primarily an NFL girly, and the NFL has always got something going on, and it doesn't disappoint. I'll say it one more time. It doesn't disappoint. Okay, so we have a rookie with the Cleveland Browns. Let's not cover my whole face though. Mr. Rookie here, Quinshon Brown. Not Brown. His last name not Brown. He's on the Browns. Let me see, y'all. I'll be writing myself down because y'all know I gotta make sure I say the right things with right facts. Anyway, he was a rookie drafted with the Cleveland Browns, and he was arrested. It was. Arrested, charged with battery, misdemeanor, and they say like domestic assault and all that other stuff. So you know how I feel about domestic violence, assault, abuse, all of those things, especially coming from athletes. It's literally my first video when I first started this whole Pretty Girls Love Sports thing, and I was talking about it because I was talking about Dana White and how he was smacking his wife all up and through Mexico, and nobody was saying nothing. It was either Mexico, Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, somewhere. He was smacking her up, okay, and nothing was being done about it. Y'all, I got on here and I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. But his last name is Judkins. I don't know why I said Browns, because he played for the Browns or whatever. But the problem here is he hasn't even signed his contract yet. You getting in trouble and you ain't even signed your contract yet. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm gonna get into my investigator bag, and this story, and it's another one that I'm gonna talk about at the very end of this. That I'm gonna just get in my investigator bag. I'm gonna put on my little glasses like this. I'm gonna pull up the court documents. I ain't got no papers up in here. I'm gonna pull up the court documents, and I'm gonna be looking at them like, yeah, this is what happened, and this is and I'm gonna bring it back to you. And I'm gonna bring it back to you because I want to know fully what happened. They say the police got called to more of like a commercial real estate type of place. But when they showed up, they did an investigation, and this was in Florida. And if you know about Florida law, okay, and then they said you did it, and now we're arresting you. He out on bond as of I think Sunday night. I think. But yeah. He has something coming for him. The Browns, of course, they said, oh, we are aware. We are gathering information. We're going to handle it. We're going to cut it. Young man, you messed up. You messed up. You don't even have a contract yet. What are you doing? Huh? Just, you'll be dealt with. You will be dealt with. And speaking of rookies and things, Jayden Higgins broke the code. He broke the code, okay? He broke the code. He is a second rounder with the Houston Texans, and he has got the first ever fully guaranteed rookie contract. First ever fully guaranteed, which kind of moves me into the next thing of, do we think that NFL contracts, especially for rookies, should be fully guaranteed? I feel like when you're a rookie, you're on the team for 4 years minimum. So yeah, I do feel like that should be guaranteed. I feel like you should guarantee their money if they're on a rookie contract, because where they gonna go? What they gonna do? They can't go nowhere. And then he broke the code. So now all the other rookies are just like not signing. Haven't signed a contract yet. There's what is the man's name in Cincinnati? I don't know what Cincinnati got going on over there. They need to go call up and talk to Chad Ochocinco, because they need to get it together. I don't know what they're doing over there, but what I do know is that it's crazy. And he's sitting out. He's not happy because they're trying to do it their way. He feel like it should be done this way, and he ain't signing. He ain't participating either. He said, you're going to give me what I'm worth, or you're not going to have me at all. Now, the only thing about that is you run the risk of being replaced, because in the NFL, as we've seen time and time again, it's all about being replaceable. You're here. Yeah, you're talent. You're great, but you are replaceable, right? So, they did say if you got drafted and it doesn't work out, you can possibly get redrafted into the next year. And maybe that's what he'll do. Maybe he'll sit out. But then you have to think about the attitude. You got to think about the behavior. You got to think about, okay, well, would an organization want to put up with that type of behavior? Because once you kind of stand up for yourself, as we've seen time and time again, once you stand up for yourself, you kind of get a negative mark on your head. And on that negative mark, it's like, you're complicated to work with. You're too much. You're too, you got too much going on. You have an attitude. You're hard to work with. And then you're going to have a hard time getting signed and doing the whole thing. I do wish that Cincinnati just get together, because why would you draft the boy if you didn't even want to do right by him? I mean, what is we doing? Make it make sense, because the sense ain't sensing up to me. I mean, come on, Cincy, get it together. Seriously, Cincinnati need to do better. They just need to do better. In terms of doing better, this one right here need to do better. Now, I don't want to hear nothing, Nathaniel, okay? Because I did a video, it's on TikTok, I don't think I put it on Instagram, but it's on TikTok. And I said, when he popped out with Cardi B, I said, I wanted my girl Cardi to do better than this because he is a womanizer. And I had every type of woman all in my DM. And the thing is, they won't comment. Some do. Some do. But majority of them will slide in my DM and be getting smart. You think that I'm going to respond to a DM? I'm not responding to no DM. Now, I barely respond to the comments. So you just keep it in the vein. But got into the comments and was like, he's not a womanizer. He's not this. He's perfect. He's wonderful. Sweets, I've been reporting on this man for 2 years. Okay? He just had a baby. He's about to have another baby. And he is a womanizer. I said what I said. And I said that I understand that Cardi's trying to get her get back. She's trying to get outside. She's trying to be fun, free, whatever. But there was a better option than this, in my opinion. Again, it's my opinion. You can't hold me for my opinion. But I was not wrong. I was not wrong when I said that he was the wrong choice for Cardi. I know I was. Because what's happening now? I'm spilling drink. What's happening now? Yeah, like I thought. Oh, she just having fun, whatever. She liked him. But he didn't like her the way that he was supposed to. Period. And he's always going to be who he is. He's always going to be who he is. The fact of the matter is, I thought that he was going to get in there and start changing. No. And it may have been cute. They may have been cute together. It may have been a cute little get back. But come on. Stop letting men play in your face. That's the thing. Girls, get in here. Get in here right now. Stop letting people play in your face. No matter who it is. It don't matter what's going on. And I had to remind myself that. To stop letting people play in my face. We ain't gonna do girl talk today. We not gonna do girl talk today, but what I am going to say is stop letting people play in your face. Because you let people play in your face, you are not setting your boundaries, and you're not setting your boundaries. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up to get laughed at. You're setting yourself up to be upset. You're setting yourself up. And no matter what y'all say, yeah, we may want to have fun. Yeah, we may want to go out. We may want to be out and to make our exes mad or whatever. But at the end of the day, if he dog walk you too, or he playing in your face too, is that really a get back? Is that really a comeback? I don't think so. But again, that's my opinion. And I said what I said, and I'm standing on what I said. Stop letting people play in your face. Get it together. As Shira 7 would say, level up. Sprinkle. Okay, now the people that have leveled up, pure perfection to me. I love this couple. I know I did videos before about how people were dog walking Olivia about her wedding dress and all this stuff, and I thought she looked absolutely beautiful. I thought it was timeless. I thought it was just effortless, and then she changed her dress and she was she was outside then, and I said I applauded it. I loved it. Christian McCaffrey, I feel like he's just a perfect person. I mean, I don't even know this man, but I feel like he's like a perfect person. He is trying to come back off the injury. You know, he started the season with injury with the 49ers, and he left the season with injury, but now he's supposed to be coming back. They say he looked better than ever. He's strong. He's looking good. He's moving right, and he's trying to get back to being that all-pro status that we know. Now, I'm not going to compare him to other running backs. I'm not going to do that because everybody is very much different. I feel like he's very versatile. He's very useful. And I feel like he's just the all of perfection. And then you got a perfect wife. And now you got a perfect baby girl. Like, it's just walking perfection to me. Y'all can hate if y'all want to. I'm not hating on it. I love it. I think it's just pure perfection. I think it's pure joy. And I just love everything about it. I love everything about Olivia. I think she's a class act. She minds her business. She's such a lady. Obviously, we know her from the pageant world. Well, if you know pageants, you know her from the pageant world, you know, the Miss Universe and everything. And I just feel like she just walks and she's so graceful. She has so much class. I mean, you know, it's just... I don't know, I feel like you just can't compete where you can't compare, and you can't compare with them because, like, who are you going to compare them to? Nobody, because nobody else is as perfect as them. Maybe Ciara and Russell. Maybe Sierra and Russell, because I think what they got going on is perfection over there too. So I'm just saying, like, I love it. I love it. I think they're perfection. I think he's gonna have a great year. It's his comeback year. I think last year was supposed to be the comeback year, but this year is really gonna be the comeback year. And I think he got something to prove. I mean, he just had a baby. He's on another level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Who else is trying to not get on a new level is Patrick Mahomes. Not in the way that you think. This is the Patrick Mahomes stand account. I love Patrick Mahomes. There's nothing that you can say to me that's gonna make me hate Patrick Mahomes. It's just not. It's just not. Okay? Just not. He is a GOAT. He is going to be a legend. He's iconic to me. You can never ever make me hate Mahomie. Okay? Now, he recently had a quote or whatever, an interview, and he was saying that the NFL going to 18 games is going to be problematic. And essentially, just wrapping it up in the way I said it. Problematic. It's going to be problematic because there's only one bye week. So they're going to have to build in another bye week. So if you're looking at it, 18 games, right? If you're looking at an 18-game season, you're going to basically have Super Bowl in like March, right? Because Super Bowl's already in February. So you're going to have Super Bowl in about March because you're going to have to, in my opinion, you're going to have to build in an additional bye week. Because the way that players are getting rough, toughed, and stuffed, the way that is happening now, you're definitely going to need another bye week. Because I feel like they have one bye week and they still be struggling. By the end of the season, teams are beat up. They're making it into the playoffs and they're barely able to do what they need to do in the playoffs because they're beat up. Now that could go into practice and working out and all that other stuff. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but I'm talking about if you're going to go to 18 games, which of course most fans are going to be like, yes, more football, because I love me some football, but I'd be exhausted because I do college football and we got NFL. I'd be exhausted. But having more football, how could you ever complain about having more football, right? But on the players' side, I can understand that 18 games, we're already beat up. That means the offseason is going to be shorter. That means everything is just going to be more. And I think it's a money grab. I think that the reason why they want to go to 18 it's the NFL. Everything about the NFL is a money grab. And I love it. Cool. It's a money grab. And it's all about revenue and being able to make more, to do more, and to have more, right? As we see, Christmas game is on Netflix, which Netflix pulled together because the streaming services kind of suck. I'm just saying. It sucks. Amazon, they do Thursday Night Football. I watched a few games thanks to my bestie. He let me use his account. They have to up it. Like if you just gotta up it because the buffering, the pixelation, the delays. I don't like that, and I feel like that's what's going to happen even more. I feel like Amazon is probably going to take over and probably take all the games. They're going to all be on Amazon, especially if you have Amazon Prime, you're going to do that. And then I feel like Netflix is going to slide in there. I feel like Hulu may slide in there too, but it's like there's so much money with streaming platforms and streaming services that it's like that's where it's going to go. NFL app, the NFL Plus, whatever, that stuff is already super expensive. I told you not to buy that Sunday ticket. If y'all still buying the Sunday ticket, make sure you're getting what you're supposed to get because there was a lawsuit out about it and because they wouldn't get what they were supposed to get. The off-market games they weren't getting. So do what you must with that information. But just know that I told you about it. Did a whole video on it. Go scroll on TikTok and figure it out for me, okay? But I don't know. I feel like 18 games. Patrick Mahomes was like, I'm not a fan. I don't want it. Okay, I barely want to play the games I gotta play now. The NFLPA is gonna have to step in with this too. I feel like at that point, contracts are definitely gonna be different. I was seeing people who are making 100 plus mil, Patrick Mahomes and others. They're not gonna be too much affected by like contracts and things, but I feel like contract negotiations are gonna be a thing. I feel like streaming services is gonna be a thing. I feel like injuries and stuff is going to be even more of a thing, and they're gonna work it out. But I feel like because they keep talking about it, we've heard about it now for I think it's 2 seasons now. It's gonna come here. 2027 is probably gonna be the 18 game season. Did I say that right? Yeah. Now, I gotta join on somebody. I gotta join on somebody because it ain't no way this young man at our big age was scammed. And it's so funny because I talked about Chase Bank. I know a lot of people bank with Chase. And I feel like a lot of scammers scam with Chase. Okay? And Dallas Turner of the Minnesota Vikings has been a part of a scam. He was scammed out of 204. Hold on now. Let's run it back. Dallas Turner of the Minnesota Vikings was scammed out of $240,000. $240,000. Sir, do you just got that money just laying around? Call me. This podcast can use somebody. You can come. Okay? So yeah, he was scammed out of 240K. Now, they said that I'm going to say allegedly because I could get my little facts intertwined here. But it said that obviously he got a text message from Chase saying that he had to move his money from one account to another account or something like that. And then something about a phone call. Now, I will say, I do not understand how he got scammed from this because the first time anybody send me a text message about my money, my bank, the USAA don't send no text. They may send me a text message asking me was I meant to swipe or something, but they don't send me no message talking about you need to move your money. I've never gotten a message from a bank that says that. Banks don't even operate like that. Like let's keep it a bean, right? We at our big ages, no way you fell to this scam. And the way this went is he went to one bank, allegedly. I don't know if he went to the bank or he just transferred it. He went to the one bank, got 120. Boom. Moved it to an account that they told him to move it to. Okay. And then they hit him again for another 120. Boom. Moved the money. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing? Not once but twice? They told you to move your money. Not once but twice, and you moved your money. Child. It wouldn't even been after the first time. It would have been when I got the text message or the phone call the very first time. I would have waltzed myself up into that bank. I would have said, I need to talk to the biggest boss that's here today. The manager, somebody is going to have to explain this to me if I didn't understand what was going on. Okay? I'm not talking to no teller. I'm not talking to the regular retail banker. I'm not talking, no. I need the head honcho because this is what I got. And I need you to look at this and tell me that I'm not tripping because I know I'm not moving my money to no account that I don't even know nothing about. So, and the fact that he got twice is crazy to me. It's Chase's fault, I guess. I don't know if it was the employees that was scamming him. I don't know. Part of me is like, young man, is this your first bank account? Is this the first? I'm trying to be serious. Is this your first bank account? And you just playing with money. You just playing with money. You playing with money. 120K? And then you move another 120K? Huh? No. Absolutely not. And you know what? I don't even think he's going to be able to get all that money back. I hope he does. But they're going to be looking at him like, what was you thinking? What was you thinking? I need him to phone in. I need him to join the live and tell me what like I need the full story. I'm gonna have to put my glasses back on, y'all. I'm gonna put my glasses back on and do some more investigation. But from what I was told, he received a text message from the bank, received a call, told him to move the money. He moved the money to one time, and then he went back. At least he didn't go and do. At least he didn't have to do three of them. No. That was. You need to put your money in your mama name. You need to put your money in your mama. You have lost access to all accounts, my guy. You are no longer handling the money. Okay? Because, yeah. Well, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. 104. Ooh, Jesus. Lord help. Let's say a prayer up to the kid. This is why financial literacy is important. This is why understanding how banks work, understanding how money management works, all that stuff. Health. He probably got more money laying around, but to lose 240K is just that ain't no grocery money, y'all. It ain't like you lost $100. You lost okay. I'm gonna move on because the more I think about it, I'm like, what in the world is happening? I'm supposed to be talking about MLB. Now, the MLB All-Star Weekend was in Atlanta. It actually is still going on. I think tomorrow is the last day. But MLB All-Star Weekend was in Atlanta, and it started off on Friday night with the HBCU Swingman Classic. Now, to me, I felt like it was very lackluster. I understand it's the third time season. What I'm trying to say. Third time that they've had this Swingman Classic, and I feel like a lot of people don't know. But I was not surprised, but also kind of surprised at the turnout. The turnout was chef's kiss. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Okay, I didn't get the official, I was there as a fan. I wasn't there as media. And so I didn't get the official attendance count. But when I looked around, Truist Park, the whole thing was full out. The whole bottom level, because they didn't want the 203 level, that was not open. But that whole 100 level was full. It was people there. And if y'all know how HBCU people are, HBCU fans are, black people in general, black and brown people, there was some vanillas there too. I can't hold them. But the way that we support our HBCUs and our initiatives is super duper just like excellent. I have not been a part of anything where it's not been highly supported. So I expected this to be that same exact way. But I feel like because it's Atlanta, and Atlanta has multiple HBCUs there. So I was hopeful that there would be more of the HBCU culture going on at this game. I do not like how they didn't have programs for this game. So of course, me having Media Connects, I got the full roster, but they had nobody's name anywhere. No program, not even a little church fan with the names on the front and the back. Nothing, right? It was nothing. It was no type of program for us to take with us. They had no type of merch. And if you know how we are, we want merch. We'll buy merch. We'll buy it, right? Especially if it got HBCUs on it, especially if it has like school logos on it, especially if it had maybe like MLB Swingman Classic on it, HBCU something. Like, who is on the marketing team? Call me. I need a seat at the table because y'all are not doing it right. I'm just saying. I understand it's the third year, but it's like, I wonder then what did the first 2 years actually look like? Because to me, I was very underwhelmed. And that's no tea, no shade. I'm just saying, when it comes to kicking off MLB All-Star Weekend, I definitely expected for it to be much better than what it was. And then they didn't have the Fan Fest. They started that as well, but I feel like the Battery in that little area right there is such a great place. They have so many things, so many restaurants that you can eat at and things. I feel like they could have maybe gotten Clark Atlanta to come down there, Morehouse, even like Morris Brown. I feel like I'm missing one. Spelman, right? There's so many HBCUs in Atlanta. I feel like it just could have been so much more. They did have the D9 there. Everyone. They did a little stroll thing on top of the dugouts. Some of them could have practiced a little more. But okay. I don't know. I just was very underwhelmed. Very underwhelmed. And I understand that it's money. Like, money has to go into putting this on. And let me see. So the national team actually won. let me pull up my graphic. Boom, make it bigger. The National League won, and I thought it was just phenomenal. We're making it super big, and it's off of the screen, but and they had a fireworks show at the end, which was great. But again, I just felt like it could have just been so much more with our culture, so much more with HBCU culture. Like, this should have been like, and I understand it's MLB, so a lot of people probably aren't cognizant of it or know about it, but from what I saw, y'all could have made like a homecoming game. We could have had a tailgate. We had vendors on the side. Y'all know we love to eat. The food was just lackluster to me too. I mean, I needed a fresh fry. That's what I needed. I needed some chicken wings. I needed some of that overly sugar lemonade that I was going to drink anyway. Because if you really want to pull in the audience, there's so many ways to do it. And I'm not saying you gotta do the actual cliche things, but having it set up like a homecoming to where you feel like these universities are all coming to Atlanta, and Atlanta's a great place. Obviously it'll be somewhere else next year, but Atlanta was such a great place, and I just felt like it missed so many opportunities. And maybe the budget is small. I don't know, but I think that the amount of money that they have gotten off of parking, tickets, they had the merch shop open, but they didn't capitalize off HBCU primarily, so I feel like they missed a margin there, because they would have made bank had they had MLB Swingman Classic merch. I know that they would have. So, but they did have regular merch, so I'm sure they made money off of merch, food and beverage, and they had liquor. So the one thing that y'all know we like to do is drink. So they had the liquor on deck. So I just felt like it could have been 10 times better. I did enjoy the game though. The guys are very, very talented, like phenomenally talented. I'm going to have to start going to some HBCU baseball. Bethune-Cookman has some really good players. Southern has some really good players. They had people from basically almost all the universities that have, I didn't say all, but almost all the universities that have baseball. So North Carolina A&T, Morehouse was there, Southern, A&M, Alabama State, FAMU, Jackson State. So, and this is also going to sound a little crazy too. So don't cancel me, please. I expected the roster to look all like melanated, and it wasn't. Nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, I had the expectation that I was going to see only melanated baseball players. I'm gonna move on. It was the game was great. Yeah, and that's on that. I feel like I have like 2 more things to talk about, and then I'm gonna be out of here. We talked about WNBA. We did. I think that was the very first. I did horrible with that. I did horrible with talking about that. We're gonna do better. Okay, so my last topic on the board, or I told you I was going to do some investigative journalism, is about this young man here in his story. This is Darius Miles. Right? Yes. This is Darius Miles. He is a former Alabama basketball player. He should be in the NBA right now. He should be, having a career. He should be one of the millionaires that we're talking about. He should not be behind bars and awaiting his trial for capital, the M word, the record label that Ashanti and Ja Rule and all that was signed to. If you know, you know. Okay, so that's what he's awaiting his trial for. Now, he was indicted with accessory. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Let me bring up the article because I brought it up because I have to get it right. So, former Alabama basketball player Darius Mills is scheduled to stand trial for capital murder beginning December 1st in Alabama Circuit Court, more than 2 years after he was arrested in connection with a fatal pew pew of Jamia Harris in Tuscaloosa. It's in Alabama, okay? It says Miles, 23. He's 23 years old. Had to take a pause for that. He's 23 years old. He is and was accused of aiding and abetting co-defendant Michael Davis, who was found guilty of capital murder. Okay, so now it's Davis's turn, right? I mean, not Davis's turn. Now it's Miles' turn. Davis was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, is in the process of appealing this verdict. Okay, right. We're gonna keep going because you need to understand what I'm saying here, right? So Davis, not Darius, not Miles, not the one that you see here on the screen, right? TikTok, I'm sorry if you don't see this on the screen, but yeah. Dave, oh, child, my phone about to die. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me put this up here. Y'all need to be hit that like button over there on the Tiki to the Taki. I gotta figure out how to get the live stream from the okay? Let's take out this one and put in this one. Boom. Okay. So yes. Okay. Now, going back to the article, because it's super important, we need to read, right? So it says, Davis, not Miles, was found guilty of firing into Harris's Jeep during a pew-pew out with Harris's boyfriend, Cedric Johnson. A bullet struck in Harris while she sat in the front passenger seat. Come on now. I forgot to put my phone on do not. So this is disturbing me. I'm trying to wrap this up. Chill. Keep calling me. Right, so she was sitting in the front seat. She got struck. And now she is, rest in peace. In Alabama, pew-pewing and someone while they're in a vehicle leads to a capital murder charge. Prosecutors say that Miles provided Davis, who was his childhood friend, with a pew-pew. In Davis's trial, defense attorneys argued that Davis was protecting himself from Johnson when he pew-pewed the pew-pew. Okay? The state previously had taken the death penalty off of the table for Miles. He has been held without bond in Tuscaloosa County Jail since his arrest on January the 15th, 2023. The day he was removed from the Alabama basketball team. Miles played 53 games for Alabama with 2 starts, averaging 4.2 points per game. Now, I seen in another article when they had posted this originally, and it had said that Davis was in the NBA making millions, and I don't think that that's the case because it literally just said that he was convicted of life in prison. Okay, so he may be in the NBA, all right. He's in the PBA, the Prison Basketball Association. Okay, so we had to clear that up because I was like, well, what is we talking about? Now, this is a lot. This is a lot. And there's so many thoughts that I have running through my head. I'm trying to figure out, why did we have a pew-pew? What was the beginning of the start of this argument and the pew-pew out? And how did any of this even start? It really sucks when your childhood friend makes the wrong decision and you're a part of that decision and you ruin your life so easily because you decided to, and according to this, aid and abet him in this behavior. And it's very, very sad. Yeah, it does say here that they do have another friend, Brandon Miller. It says Charlotte Hornets forward Brandon Miller, a former Alabama standout, was among those who testified in Davis's trial. Miller and Miles had texts in the half hour leading up to the pew pew, and Miller had driven his car to a bar in Tuscaloosa where he was going to pick up Miles. Miller testified that he was not aware Miles had put his pew in Miller's car until he arrived. Miller has not been accused of wrongdoing or charged with any crime and has cooperated with the investigation. So I obviously know. Thank you guys for all the hearts. Like this, like the video, like the video, like the video. So they're saying Miller was like, I'm gonna cooperate with the investigation. I didn't know that there was a firearm in my vehicle. I didn't know that any of this was really going to be going on, and I have no parts. Maybe that's what they meant. Maybe they meant Brandon Miller is in the NBA right now making millions, and I think they just mistake the name, because I did see the post and the comments was going crazy. And in this case, which I want Brandon Miller to do, he cooperated, he told and testified it wasn't his firearm according to what I'm reading right now. And this can be found on ESPN.com in case you don't think that I'm telling the truth. But at this point, I am going to look more into this. Can I go to court? Can I go to the court case? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, December 1st. If y'all see me in Tuscaloosa at Alabama Circuit Court, y'all know why I'm there. Okay, if you see me down there, okay, if you see me down there trying to figure it out, that's why I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I'm down there, trying to figure out what is going to happen to Darius Miles. Did I say Mills? I meant Miles. Darius Miles in this capital murder case. Okay? This is just, if it's not a reminder to you to don't do dumb stuff, just don't do dumb stuff. It also didn't say that if the weapon was registered or unregistered. And at the end of the day, you should have told homeboy, we need to not be here. We don't need to be here. We don't need to be in this. We have a whole career ahead of us. We need to get up out of here. This is not what we need. So, yeah. That's enough on that, though. That was very, very sappy. I hate that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose with Des. I'm going to be here as daily as possible, giving you doses of news, sports, entertainment, all of those things. I'm going to stumble sometimes. I'm going to be late sometimes. I'm not going to have everything all together all the time, and that's just okay. I'm not looking for perfection. I used to get on here just trying to be as perfect as possible, and I'm just not. I'm not perfect. And my background will be 20 times better after Media Day wraps up, because half of my setup is in my suitcase to go to Media Day. The other half of the setup is somewhere over there laying somewhere because it needed a facelift. We needed to get things together, but my sign is still there. Pretty girls. Right? But anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in, and being here with me. Interact in the chat next time so I can stop talking to myself. My goodness. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing on all social media platforms at PG Love Sports. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'll be streaming all day, bright and early, from like 9 a.m. at SIAC Media Day. So I will see you all